This is the third part of a tutorial to create a PyGame that involves the mouse and vector graphics. So far we have created a checkerboard, chessboard drawing routine, and we're drawing the player as a little red circle. So what we need to do now is to add some non-player characters, the enemy, which will be some pawns. So we're going to add below our draw player code something that draws a pawn, and similar to the player it will draw at X and Y coordinates. So the reason for this is because the pawns will be part of a list and there'll be lots of them, so they need to draw at their own particular location. We're going to make that list just before we enter our game loop, so pawns will be an empty list to start with, and we'll also keep track of how long it's been since we created a pawn using something called pawn tick. So this is a variable we'll use as a counter of how much time has passed. It should be pointed out that the code which we have there for drawing the pawn wasn't arrived at straight away. It was a little bit of trial and error. So I'm going to just start off with a placeholder here. I'm going to say def draw pawn, pawn X and pawn Y. So we're giving it some coordinates as part of the definition, and that's a function, so therefore we put a colon and indent the code that will be run for that particular pawn drawing routine. I'm going to start off just by creating a draw of a pawn's head. So I'm going to say pygame.draw.ellipse, so the little round head for the pawn. And obviously I need to have a surface, a colour and a rectangle as before. So the surface is going to be the screen, the colour is going to be black, and then I need to give it 4 pieces of information. The X and Y coordinates, well, they're going to be based on pawn X, comma, pawn Y, that was a capital X. And it is important that you use capitals and lowercase consistently. Now, I don't want to draw it right at the corner of it, so I'm going to add a little bit on here. And what I found worked well was pawn X plus square size times a quarter. So about a quarter of the way across. And then for the pawn Y, not quite as far down, so plus square size times 0.1, so a tenth. I'm also going to give it a height and a width, and about a half of a square is probably good for the head of the pawn. So I'm just going to put it onto the next line here. So pawn X, we don't need pawn X, we've already got that, so we're just going to do square size times 0.5 and square size times 0.5. Just be careful about that. I typed an O rather than a 0. It's a very common mistake to make. Okay, so I'm drawing just the head of a pawn at the moment. Remember we said that we want to make a list of them. So pawns equals, and then square brackets makes an empty list. So there are no pawns to start with. And pawn tick, which is what we're going to use to count the time passing for the pawns, is going to start at 0. So I'm going to go to my game logic section here. I need to make sure I'm lining up with the for. So I'm going to tab into here, and I'm going to say pawn tick equals pawn tick plus 1. So every frame I add 1 to the pawn ticks to see that time has passed. Now, if a certain amount of time has passed, so if pawn tick %25, so that means every 25 frames, well, it doesn't mean it yet. What I'm going to say is if that has a remainder of 0, so every 25th frame the remainder will be 0, and at that point I want to add a pawn to the list. So I'm going to say pawns dot append, so add on to the end of. And append is going to take an object, and to make a pawn I need to give it some x and y coordinates. So what I'm going to do with that is just give it a pair of coordinates inside brackets. And I'm going to use random numbers. Random.randint. Randint needs round brackets, so that was a mistake there. Randint 0,7. And that will give it a coordinate, but it won't put it in the right place on screen because it's pixels. So I'm going to multiply that by square size. And then I need to have a y coordinate as well. Well, it's going to be exactly the same kind of thing, so I'm just going to copy and paste that bit there. And I'm going to close that square bracket. So my append has round brackets, because it's a function, and then my pair of coordinates has square brackets, like so. And that's my game logic. Every now and again, add another pawn. So I'm going to come down to my drawing section now. And so let's just see where we're at. I don't have all this code yet, but let's just get it working and make sure it's okay. I've done my game logic to time when my pawns come on, and then I need to draw each pawn at its coordinates. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say for pawn in pawns, as in let's treat each pawn as a separate pawn that's in the list. And what I want to do, I want to draw pawn, and I need to give it the x and y coordinates. Well, for that each pawn, it's pawn 0, comma, pawn 1, and that's the first and second bit of information that got randomly added here. If I try to run this code, then I'm hoping that what we will see is that little black dots are appearing in random locations every 25 frames, and it should soon fill up the screen. Okay? So, and the idea is I'm going to try and dodge the pawns so to not be in the same square as them. Okay. So I'm drawing the heads. It would be helpful to have a bit more detail on those. So I'm going to come up here to my draw pawn section, and I'm going to add some extra bits of code. So pygame.draw.rect, and then again this was trial and error to work out these things. So I'm actually going to take this bit here and then just replace some values. So where do I want to be? Well, I want to move in just a tenth of the size, so 0.1, and then I want to be quite near the bottom, so y is plus 0.8, and then I want to draw it most of the way across, so 0.8, and I want to draw it not so big, about a fifth of the size, 0.2. Quick run to check it. There's no point in putting a whole load of code in when it doesn't work, because then you're not sure what's going wrong. So each time I'm adding a little bit here, and of course that was worthwhile doing because I've got a problem on line 39 with my brackets, because of course I forgot to put in that I'm drawing it to the screen and I'm making it black. Okay. So yeah, so I've got a little bit of a base on there as well. I can take this whole drawing of a square part or rectangle part now, copy that, paste it in, and then just some more adjustments. I'm just going to switch that off while I'm doing this. So my next bit is going to be a bit up from that one, so 0.2, and a little bit smaller, so 0.7, and then it's going to be smaller, so 0.6, and go further down, 0.1. Let's try that out, make sure it's okay. I'm starting to get a bit of a base onto my pawn there, so that's looking good. And then I can just paste in one more, And what I want to do with this is 0.4 and 0.3. So this is going to be the neck of the pawn, 0.2 wide, so quite skinny, and 0.4 tall. And now you can see I'm getting some reasonable looking pawns, look more like joysticks I suppose, but that's fine. That's my pawns appearing. Okay, so I've drawn my pawns. I could replace the player with code that actually draws a king. Here's a standard king piece. I do have some code that's going to make this rather ugly king. It'd be nicer to chop out some ellipses and make nice curved edges, but I'll leave that as an exercise for you after you've got things sorted out. But let's turn it into an actual game now. We want to make sure that we're not being in the same square as a pawn. So this is part of the game logic, and what I'm going to then do, so I'll go to my game logic section, and we need a little bit of time, so we need to be able to be in a square for a certain amount of time. But what I'm going to say is, if pawn tick %100, so every 100 frames, if that's bigger than 20, so we're going to give a little bit of time at the start, but you've got to move out before the frames are over. Not quite sure why it keeps bringing up doc there, but anyway. So what I'm going to do is coords is equal to, now I need to get the exact coordinates of the box that I'm in, but I might have moved the mouse so that I'm not exactly in a box. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say that that is our x coordinate double divide, x coordinate double divide by square size, and that'll make it into an integer. But then what I do is I take that and I multiply it by square size, and that'll make it exactly on the corner of a square. And I want to do the same thing again, but this time for the y coordinate. So paste that in there and change it to y. So that's me got my coordinates, and I'm going to say if coords in pawns. So I'm looking, quite a clever technique there, I'm looking in the list of pawns and I'm seeing if I've got something that matches to that. And I'm just going to say print in same space as pawn at, and then I'm going to print the coords. And more importantly, the game's over at that point, so done equals true. If I give that a go, so as long as I move out of a square before a certain amount of time's passed, but there you go, I was in a square while the pawn was there. So I just started up again. There you have it. We've got our game. You've got to keep out of the way of the pawns. If a pawn appears in the square that you're in, then you've got a very short amount of time to move somewhere else. But if you then are caught in a pawn square, it will be game over. And obviously what we could do is we could build in reducing time, and then we go caught again. Yeah, so we could make it that I've obviously hard-coded this divide by 25, and you know, if it's bigger than 20, we could use a variable to keep track of these things, and then once the board's filled to a certain amount, we could then go to the next level and, you know, speed up how quickly the pawns are arriving or give you less time to react, and that would be the basis of our chess chase game. So hopefully you'll learn a little bit about putting together some PyGame. We used the mouse, we drew things with vector graphics, and we've produced the basics of a game. So hopefully you can take things further and learn a bit about Python.